So this is the Business Name Registration System homepage. That is bnrs.dti.gov.ph. And then for registration, we go directly to the Business Name Services and then for the new registration. So prior to that, the client is reminded with the undertaking what is about your application and the usage of the terms that can be used for the names and whatnot. So it also includes an important notice, and under this, when the client agrees, it is redirected to the basic information. So for instance, it asks if the client is a stateless person, if a refugee, and then for the citizenship. So it is noted that for the sole proprietorship, only Filipino citizens can avail for the business name registration. So for instance, first name, Juan, middle name is Rodriguez, last name De La Cruz. It also includes suffixes if available, and then if not, then all applicants must be at least 18 years of age to apply for a business. Includes civil status and gender. After all information is submitted, there is a review for confirmation of details. Once done, you may click proceed. After that, the registration system is designed with business scope. This pertains to the territorial coverage of business, where the business name certificate is applicable. For national level, it means that the business name certificate is valid in national level and then can open multiple branches. And then for regional, city, municipality, and then for barangay, with the corresponding payment 2,000, 1,500, and 200 pesos plus 30%, 30 pesos documentary stamp tax. For instance, we chose the national level of 2,000 pesos. And then it is important to know your dominant name of your business. For instance, it could be a mixture of names, initials, just as long as it identifies your business. And then for the business name descriptor, you should identify the line of business that you are engaged on. For instance, you are applying for the construction business. When you type construction, all words or businesses relating to construction are then prompted in the system. This is following the Philippine Standards Indicators of Classifications of Businesses. And for instance, you're into retail trade or in service trade, it is readily available in the system. For business name descriptor, for instance, it is under construction trading, and then it composes JRD, which is the initial of the owner's name, plus the business name descriptor construction trading to check the name availability. You can also have the naming order with the dominant name first or the descriptor first. For instance, JRD Construction Trading to validate the business name. Once done, you can also always recheck for the availability of the name. Okay, so the following indicators would show if the name you propose is available or not. For instance, it has shown that it has failed an assessment because the JRD enterprises or construction is already registered, for instance, and Mr. Juan de la Cruz is applying his name for a national level, but business name is already registered under the same business name. So he will be asked to propose a different name. So you could always try for a different option. For instance, he is trying to DRJ as a new name, and then you could always check the availability.
Okay, dungan sa katong passport. Ah. O lagi ni ilan no. Mo bitaw ko nito ba iilas ila paglao. Dapat tayo.
Okay, so technically, DRJ has also the same business name, engaged in the same line of business. But other structures also include the completion of the business name, the descriptor, registration of intellectual property words, and even reserved words. Also know that articles are not allowed in the composition of the business name, so we cannot use the article the or the THE in the business name. And then for pending or reserve applications, it cannot go through the system. So since JRD and DRJ are technically registered, one must compose a different business name. So aside from initials, you could also use combinations of names. So for instance, Juan Juan 27, for instance, because compositions does not only require letters from the alphabet. It can also be alphanumeric, so you can also add numbers for the composition of your business name. So the new registration proposal is 127 Construction Trading, and to validate the business name, technically it has passed all the uh, validation tests, and then since it is technically unique with composition using alphanumeric combination. After that, click next. So the proposed business name is 127 Construction Trading, with the details of territorial scope. There's national level and the amounting fee of 2,030 pesos, which include the documentary stamp tax. So this is your unique reference code that can be used for all throughout the transaction. So it is very important to save this detail because it can be used even after the registration. So to continue, since the business is registered in the national level, it is compliant to require a business address even though it is registered in a national level. So for business address, to put example, Region 7, and then the province of Cebu with a city of Cebu, for instance, Barangay. And then it would require the area code. For instance, there is no specific or specified house and building number or street address. You could also add your mobile or telephone number. After that, for personal information, it is very important to add your email addresses. So all application details are also sent to the email that would include the copy of the application form and the undertaking, and also the generation of the business name certificate and official receipt. If available, owner's TIN can be added, and then other details that are added prior to the registration cannot be undone. So it could also be done that the business address would be the same as the residential address, so you have to click the check button to copy the business address as residential address. Other details include the asset of the business, capitalization, gross sales, and planned number of employees. Okay. After that, once the registration is processing, there would be a page for reviewing of the details before finally proceeding to the next step. So once reviewed and you see that your details are correct, you can always click next. And then you will not be able to change any details once you click the confirm and proceed, so you have to check the details carefully. So once you click confirm and proceed, the reference code is then again showed, and then the undertaking for the payment process. After that, when you click proceed, the payment option will then be showed. So there is a final review of the details, and then the online payment options are already shown. So the office and the system has partnered with GCash, which is a mobile application powered and operated by Globe, Visa or MasterCards, or PayMaya. We can always use the DTI teller, but we are encouraging everyone in this advent of technology to use the mobile payment to increase the awareness of the people and to promote the ease of doing business, so that people would not go to negosyo centers and DTI offices to pay for their transactions. So you can always use GCash, Visa, MasterCard, and PayMaya. For instance, we'll be using GCash. It will redirect to the GCash page. So it would ask the mobile number that is registered with GCash, and then it would automatically deduct the amounting payment. And then after this process, the user will be receiving an email address containing of the business name certificate and the official receipt.